Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're gonna enjoy a battle of boom sieves, right? China and Abbasid dynasty. So I played against Isenich, and we both sieve is really boomy sieve. Like you play China as a boomy sieve, and you play Abbasid as a boomy sieve. So basically, you do the early China thing where you send all your villagers to the wood line, right? I mean, a stagger tree. Sorry. So you send your villagers to a stagger tree. You make an IO first. You're gonna see that. Do not send. So do not send the wood back to the TC. Just make a meal, supervise with the Imperial official, and you're gonna get a lot of wood, like 12 plus wood, which is gonna help you to make a village. So you're gonna make a village with one of your food villagers. One new villager go to the wood struggle tree, gonna cut a little bit of wood, and you can make a mining camp. And that's all you need. That's all you need. That's how you play China right now. That's the early game. Boom villager over there, 3 villager on gold, and the rest of the villagers going to food, and you're gonna get Song Dynasty and second TC immediately. So I was looking for the best spot for the deer. The reason why I killed the deers in front of the Barbican, because I learned from the other pro games, other good gamers, god gamers game, where like Beastie was Beastie was building the Barbican, and I don't know, was it like Marine Lord or someone was like spreading out the deers. Like he was building the Barbican, right? So the enemy player just came to the Barbican and just spread out the deer so far away from the Barbican. So it was kind of useless to build the Barbican over there anymore, because there was like only 2 deer at the location of the Barbican, because you want to build it with 1 villager. And you want to build the other landmark with 3 or 4 villager. I mean the Imperial Academy. So you build the Barbican, after that you focus, and you build the Imperial Academy. Usually I don't like to build this close to my TC, but the wood line was like 1 wood line here, 1 wood line here, and my wood is here, right? So usually I do not like to do this. The reason behind it, why I don't like to build my Imperial Academy like this, is because you need the tax aura. And like a wall, you can build like 3 or 4 production building if you don't put it this close to the TC. Alright, so you build the Imperial Academy, you go wood, you go stone immediately, you set an Imperial official on wood and stone. Even if your second TC is much slower than your opponent, because you can see the Abbasid is building the second TC, because he has also the upgrade, which is gonna make the TC much more cheaper. It's only 300 wood and 262 stone. You don't need to be worried, since you can see I'm already ahead of villagers because of the Song Dynasty also. But most likely because the Song Dynasty gives me villagers every 15 seconds. So I was thinking where to build my TC. I don't want to build a TC on a deer camp, because that's really bad for China. You want to get to the deer with an Imperial official boosting it. So you wanna get to it like this, right? So you want an Imperial official on this meal, dropping the food here. So after you got your second TC, you go HT immediately and try to get the relics from the map. He is winning his third TC with the main together. You can see he's on 3 TC, and you're gonna see the villager numbers as well. So you don't forget, I'm making villagers every 15 seconds. He's making every 20 seconds, but his villagers a little bit cheaper. So he tried to be a little bit aggressive early game with the horsemen, right? I lost 1 villager, but I was like, that's fine. 1 villager, he lost a horseman. I don't have a problem with that. Then after that, slowly making like palace guards, spearman, my own knights, and trying to secure a few relic on the map. You can see I already stole 1 relic. I already have one. I'm trying to be aggressive at his base as well, as you can see. And also map control. So in H3, the most important thing you need to do as China, and listen to this. This is really important. Your Chinese keep is the most strongest keep in the game right now. Yeah, you can argue with Red Palace and after that Red Palace gets, I mean every keep gets an Arbalest. But in H3 and H4 without the landmark, the best keep that China has. The reason behind that, I'm gonna build this up and I'm gonna show it to you because of the damage. So, two things that you need to know. First of all, a Chinese keep can have tax gold inside, but you're gonna ask how, why? Because these upgrades, when you do them, they're gonna give taxes. So you can bring your Imperial official, like you can see the Boeing goal is 1 minute and 30 seconds, right? But did you know that the Imperial official can boost a keep to get the Boeing oil much faster? 150% faster. So you can get the Boeing oil 150% faster with supervising it. It's kind of insane. Also, you can get the extra materials, and also the supervising works on the emplacements. So you can get a cannon or a sprinkler emplacement much faster. So, after you build a keep, you immediately gather this gold. Like, you don't even hesitate. The reason behind that, because you want to gather all the resources on the map first. Like, you can come back later to these 2 gold, but first you want to gather that gold. So doing some harassment, trying to steal some relics. You can see already heading 2 relics back to my base. So I'm gonna have 3 relics, he's gonna have 2 relics. That's perfectly fine. Meanwhile, trying to keep him at his own base. Okay, I'm gonna a little bit speed it up. So this game, as like a boom sieve versus boom sieve, is literally about booming and also being aggressive only in H3 and setting up your farms. So you want to set up your farms immediately. You want to get the juicy food per minute as soon as possible. But of course you want to like eat all the food, all the natural food, because you are making siege, you are making clock tower nest of bees, clock tower springles, you are making a lot of spearmen, a lot of horsemen. The reason why I choose to make horsemen, because I saw that like he has a huge amount of crossbowmen, right? So you're gonna make horsemen, you're gonna make spearmen. You don't really want to overspend on your military, because you want to get H4. Because in H4 as China, you are kind of, let's say, I'm not saying like ultra unbeatable, but you are unbeatable. So every pro and good player who knows how to play China, what kind of unit you have to make, will beat you. Like, believe me, trust me. But you can get an example like Beastie beat the China player yesterday, but he played bad. Sorry for saying that, but he played fucking trash with China. Like, I was watching the game as well, and he was not even close to Beastie level. Like, seriously. Like, sorry, I don't want to insult that player or anything like that, but that China was not good. and that's it. So, like I can give you an example. BC had no upgrades, and the China player was not pushing. He was running away with his own hand cannoneers against a non-upgraded hand cannoneers, right? So, BC didn't even have chemistry, and the Chinese player was running away from him. BC didn't even have, like, Imperial man at arms, and he was running away. So that's not how you play China. Okay, so as I said, if China reaches H4 and also have a lot of farms and boosting up the food economy and everything, it's gonna be really hard to stop. You can see like 112 versus 107. So because he's on 3 TC, right? I'm on only 2, but I have the Song Dynasty, so that's why our villager numbers are kinda like similar. But now the raids are coming. The really important thing that you want to do when you are playing not just China, but literally every faction, with every faction, you wanna raid, you wanna kill your opponent villagers, you wanna do chaos, you wanna destroy a lot of things around his base. Like, He tried to bring down this keep, right? He tried to destroy it. I pushed in. I did some distraction with my horseman. I tried to raid him, did some distraction. He pushed his horseman knights back to try to kill my horseman. Now he's bringing them back. And look at those nest of bees. Like, they are so good. It's insane. They are doing a lot of damage. Killing all those crossbowmen. Look at that. Insane. Okay, so you can see the destroy value. Look at that. I have the double. I destroyed the double amount of value that he did to me. That's really good. The reason behind that, because I made like a really simple army, right? I made Sag. So I made a really simple army. I made spearman, I made palace guard, I made horseman. So this is really simple. Nothing really gold heavy. Let's say the only gold heavy unit was in my army. It was literally the nest of bees that I both of them I lost. But look at the destroy value is insanely high. And early in the game, like in 90-minute marks, having a destroy value like this, it's crazy. Okay, let's see the food per minute. I was a little bit lower food per minute because I was getting the berries and everything like that, right? So I was more likely focusing on a few siege, getting my wood, trying to set up in my head, like how I want to set up my farms as well. So I was like thinking what to do, how to do it, what I should do next. I started to wall myself because, you know, China also can build every fortification much faster than any other faction. So I was like, okay, let's wall. I'm not gonna let him to raid my farmlands, but use stone. Because you can set an imperial official, right? So I had an imperial official on this stone. I was like, alright, so I had an imperial official on this stone. I have a lot of stone, let's wall. Meanwhile, slowly pushing out literally everywhere. The raids he did failed. He couldn't raid me well. And I was like, okay, where is the second large gold? As China player, you can easily secure every resources on the map, thanks to the fast building, right? So I was like, oh, second large gold is here. How about we put here my landmark? One thing you need to know about the China H4, two things you can do with the Great Wall Gatehouse. First, you can put it on your food. If you do that, there is no way that your food is gonna get like maybe let's say you're gonna lose 1 or 2 villagers, but all the raiders gonna die because they're Great Wall Gatehouse. The other option is to put close to the enemy. Like this is a great spot. So I can see to the left, I can see to the right, protecting one of my gold vein and protecting this side. So for the opponent to get over, he has to either destroy this Great Wall Gatehouse or go to the far left. And after that, just try to avoid it and go to the side. But that's gonna take him a lot of time. And reinforcements is gonna, let's say, die. Maybe because he gonna like ramp us through here. Alright, let's see what happens. So, breathing the Great Wall Gatehouse on this stone wall. Great Wall Gatehouse is done. Getting all my important. I mean, well, you can see I'm fully walled. So there is no way that he's gonna do any damage unless he rushes me with some rams maybe on these walls. But you can see I'm already like preparing myself, building keeps everywhere. Also, as I heard, the tournaments allow you to build stonewall towers now, which is good. The reason why you want to build stonewall towers because they have boiling oil, right? So they have boiling oil, and if you put it on the wall, they also do damage to the rams. So they do 10 damage to the ram plus is it 30 damage of boiling oil? 31, so 10 damage plus let's say 30 because 31 is because the upgrade, blacksmith upgrade. So they do 40 damage up close to the ram, which is the reason why the stonewall tower is good. So if you have enough stone and you want to destroy a ram, feel free to drop down a stonewall tower because they actually do damage to the rams. And now EGCTV tournaments also allows you to build stone wall tower in H3. So protect your walls with stone wall tower. I just realized that like yesterday that you can build stone wall towers on EGCTV tournaments. Okay, so the thing you want to do now, you are H for China, right? You want to build more and more production buildings. You have a lot of wood. You build more and more and more. Like you don't want to time. You literally want to zerg your opponent. Also, you go to Yuan Dynasty and build the pagoda. Collect at least 3. Like if China collects at least 3 relic. Build up your pagoda. You just need Yuan Dynasty for that. Build up your pagoda because 3 pagoda can generate 750 res if you have 3 relics. I'm not even joking. But how? Corvinus, how is it 750? You get 100 gold. Like every other building generates you only 80 gold per minute. Let me show you. So most of the relics are generate 80 gold per minute. But the pagoda generates 100 gold per minute. And after that 50 res per every relic, right? So like 50 of food, wood, stone, and 100 gold. And this is one relic. And another one, then they generate all together. So now you can calculate it. So build a 3 pagoda, put the relics in, and try to secure at least 3 relics with China. Because if you do that, the 3 pagoda gives you a lot of resources. So you must, like, that's what I said when I finished my second TC, and after that immediately going to H3 because I want the 3 relic, and having the 3 relic gonna give me later an insane economic boost that I really do need. Okay, so as I said, you want to harass your opponent immediately as soon as you go H3. Send like little forces to your opponent base. Send spearmen, send palace guards everywhere. Try to kill his economy. Because you are already secured a lot of gold on the map. Like, look, that's all of his gold. That's all of his gold left. He doesn't have a single gold left. Just this one to collect. So now I'm literally controlling the game. I'm dictating where the fights should be. Because let's say he tries to capture gold. Oh wait, the gold is here. The other gold is here, and the other gold is here because I already collected the 8,000 here. There is 2 gold on my base, but do you think he's gonna go to my base and collect the gold? Not at all. Trust me, he's not gonna go to my base and collect the gold. Because that's a suicide. Also, I have keeps to watch over my walls. The one thing that you can do as well if you want to, and if you feel like you have to do that, but I gotta tell you that I think you should do that, is to get extra materials, which helps you a lot. So get extra materials, because the stone wall towers and outposts can repair walls. So if you build like a tower, a stone tower here or here, you can repair walls by them, because they're gonna automatically repair walls. So now, as you can see, look at my queue. So my queue is hand cannoneer, palace guard, fire lancers, and some rams, right? And spearmen as well, because you want the taxes. So the reason why you want spearmen are also upgraded horsemen, because they're gonna give you gold. And one very important thing, if you build your production buildings, it's fine to build around your second TC as well, because it acts as a tax drop-off point. So if I make here a horseman, I'm gonna get less tax than making here around the Imperial Academy, but I have no space anymore, right? So my Imperial Academy space is, well, nothing to build here anymore. You can build around your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth TC, and when the Imperial official gonna collect the gold around it, they're gonna drop inside your second TC or third or fourth TC. So additional TCs act as a drop-off point as well for your taxes. So now I'm going into his base and trying to raid more and more. I try to kill more and more. I'm doing the work here. killing up a lot of pellets guards, killing up a lot of hand cannoneers, and just fighting over this side of the map. He's trying to do some sneaky stuff, right? Like collecting gold here. It's not gonna really work out. Also, the thing that you want to do immediately, mostly with your fire lancers, you can do with a few with the pellets guards as well. You want to raid immediately. Also, look at this overview, 10,000 more. So you want to raid, you want to go left or right, you want to check for everything, where is his villagers, and you want to ruin his food economy. That's the most important thing. You want to ruin your opponent food economy. If you can ruin your opponent food economy, his economy is gonna be so unbalanced, and he's gonna be like, oh wait, where is my food? Why I can't make units? I'm so out of this game. Like, I don't know what to do anymore, because I'm keep losing my villagers on my food, right? So you want to harass his food immediately, and the fire lancers is one of the best tools to do that. Just make fire lancers, and it's amazing. They are amazing to do, amazing to kill the enemy food economy. Look at that. He's losing villagers non-stop. Also, I killed some of my villagers. I deleted them so I can make more army, right? I already have a lot of gold and a lot of wood, so I deleted like 20 villagers of mine, or 25 or something like that, so I can make ramps. I can queue up a lot of ramps later on. I can queue up a lot of bombers because I have a lot of gold. So I'm trying to break through this keep, because this keep is gatekeeping me from reaching this side of his economy, right? So after destroying the keep, I'm gonna focus down the production buildings, and the hand cannoneers helps me a lot. Like a real, look at that, I queued up like 5 bombard immediately. So this is how you want to play China. You want to, like, H3 is gonna be like meh. H2, you don't want to fight the other boom receive. Expect if it's like HRE, you can like Barbican rush HRE, tower rush. You must to do that, because if HRE collects the relics, you are dead. Look at this strawberry, holy. So against HRE, you want to do that. But like, if it's like Abbasid, or let's say English plays more like a boomy style, you want to boom as well and secure the relics. Like, getting these 3 relics against an HRE, that's like a tear of joy, like, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. So yeah, slowly destroying everything, and you're gonna win the game because your economy is much stronger, your relics generating much more, and you outboom the enemy with your boom. Alright, thank you so much for listening and watching this video. See you next time. This was China versus Abbasid, Boom versus Boom, Silver League versus Ashenek.